Once upon a time, in an old English country of Scottsdale, Arizona, there was a man who dreamed a dream to take the previously made invention of pancakes and turn it into something incredibly new and interesting and zesty. He made Mickey Mouse, which wasn't to be invented for another 400 years, into a pancake shape. And with that, he created a new era of pancake consumption, which was a time-honored tradition among the pagans of Eastern Europe. So from then on, we decided that it was time for us to revive this lost art of pancake art.
Hi, it's me, Markiplier. We spent 10 hours doing this intro, and we're just gonna roll with it, because we just came all the way from Italiano, and we're here to share with you the secrets of pizza, which, if you didn't know, originates from ancient Estonia. Yes, Estonia, where the history of stone-baked pizza came from. So a little history of Legos. I think these are Legos. Are these Legos? Yeah, I'm getting confirmation from the studio. These are Legos.
Is Playmobil made by Lego, right?
Let me get a confirmation on that one. We don't know.
Lego Group.
All right, these are Legos. So a little backstory on Legos. Legos were originally made by a NASA scientist when he was trying to make a more portable form of brick. Brick's big, heavy. He wanted small. So he took a normal brick and he put it in a microwave. And it just magically started congealing into a tiny itty bitty brick. And then he gave it to his kid or something, and his kid was like, wow, this is super fun. This is great. I love this, Dad. I finally have some reason to love you. And then the dad was all like, oh, shit, gotta microwave more bricks. Like, I don't know how to make my kid love me other than this. So he started microwaving more bricks, and eventually he came up with this. Legos.
By the way, it was a special NASA microwave. Don't try microwaving bricks at home.
I know the history of pretzels.
You do? All right, lay it on us.
Pretzels. What are they? Twirly, twirly birds that you grab with your hands and you wrap them around. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Back in 1987, a young man named Jordan B. Preetzen walked into a kitchen and he said, hey, I'd like to make myself a little bit of a snack. So he grabbed some flour, he grabbed some yeast, he grabbed some salt, maybe a little bit of pepper. Then he went to work, pulled up his sleeves, and he washed his hands as you always do before cooking a great meal. And he splashed them into a bowl, mixing vigorously until out of the oven came something brand new. Something his eyes had never seen before. Something that would take the 90s by storm. The pretzel had been made. And today, that's what we're doing. We're taking Jordan B. Preetzen's original recipe, and we're honoring it, and then serving it up to him in his memory.
And pies, as we all know, are part of American culture specifically, and they would put mutton in there, they would put some intestines. Evolution of pie came from meat, went to vegetables first. Not many people know this. Vegetables got their way into their pastries. You got your carrot cakes, you got your potato cakes. Creme brulee, coming from France, obviously. It is a dish best served cold, much like revenge. Made of cream in the same time that they said, let them eat cake, they also said, let them eat cream.
Listen, in ancient Germany, they gathered rabbits all around the campfire, they gathered some eggs, and they just started shoving. And they shoved and they shoved and they shoved. And it was like a piñata, except instead of hitting it, they kept shoving until it exploded. And all the children ran around with their mouths open, like, I'm getting some, and I'm getting some. Except it was German, so, I'm getting some. And then they caught him, and then, you know, they celebrated Easter.
Tyler, give me the history of egg.
There once was this debate about chickens and eggs and which came first. But eggs, they come out of chickens and they have to be fertilized in order for them to hatch. So there has to be a rooster involved. So therefore, it's a tough debate because no matter what, you're gonna have to have either two eggs or a chicken and a rooster. You can't have one or the other. And so the history of eggs is that hen lays them.
The history of nails are...
They're on you before you're born, and they grow forever. Calcium makes them stronger, And they're like bones, kind of, that grow out of your tips. Your tips.
And the history
You asking me?
of nail art, yes.
Oh, of nail art.
Yeah.
Pablo Picasso. You know him, you love him. What was his first canvas? His thumbnail right here.
I mean, it was his thumbnail, not mine, but you get it.
He looked at himself and he said, you know, I want to start making art, but I don't want to go big first. I'll start smaller and work my way up. And so he went to work little by little, making his perfect little masterpiece on his nail, until one day he said, hey, this might be nice to have all the time.
Don't laugh at history. It's not funny. It's very serious. He's dead now. Don't be disrespectful.
Anyway, he said, hey, that might be nice to do all the time. So he went out and people saw his nails and went, Pablo, how could you do this without telling us?
And Pablo said, ay, Dios mío, because he's Spanish. Right? He was...
Don't look at me for confirmation.
And they said, Pablo, 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 you've really outdone yourself this time. And he said, see, I have. And then from then on, it was history. Everyone's doing their nails just like Pablo and just like the Pablo before him. And, you know, that's really where it came from.